Welcome back to Comedy Hype News, where we have our new segment, Borderline, where we take a look at headlines from across cities and even across countries. And today, we are taking it to the city of the 2023 NBA champions, where unfortunately, it did not take long for celebrations to turn sour. Multiple shootings in downtown sent 11 people to the hospital early Tuesday morning after the Denver Nuggets beat the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. The Denver Police Department said 3 victims were in critical condition, and the other victims have non-life-threatening injuries. This isn't the first time we've seen sports celebrations take a turn for the worst, but it makes us wonder if anything can be done about it. Can anything be done about it? I don't think so. I think where you have a bunch of persons that are consumed with alcohol and all of that adrenaline is pumping, if somebody bumps into you like the wrong way, it can fuel an altercation. And from what I read, the police does not know exactly what started the altercation, but it's obvious that there was some fighting that took place in order for this shooting to happen. Which was also alarming is what I read is in the United States, you guys have over 200 mass shootings thus far, and that's with more people being shot. That's alarming. So it sort of makes me feel like when you go to big crowded events, like you have to continuously take a look over your shoulder, and you have to be very cautious when those type of celebrations are going on. And it's sad, but it's just I don't know, when you have alcohol and when you have persons that are trigger happy, you just don't know exactly what can take place. That's my thought on it. I don't know if anything can be done about it, maybe more police enforcement, but I don't even think that's a viable solution. People just have to learn how to behave themselves when they go out. You're rubbing your hands, Pierre. You're rubbing your
Well,
hands.
I know you asked us a question. I don't. Are we going to one of us? Well, first of all, the suspect is definitely not from Miami because Miami ain't shot straight since the game 7. I mean, the second game of the series. Okay, them suckers have been missing shots left and right, so I know they ain't shooting. Nobody from Miami was shooting.
Oh,
We can pray for the 3. We should pray for the 3 people who are in critical condition. But hey, welcome to America. I don't know, Danielle, if you don't know about America, that's what we love guns. America loves guns, and it is what it is. They ain't gonna stop, and we on the edge. Many people are on the edge constantly. They think the solution is pulling out a gun and shooting, no matter what the scenario is. I see it a lot around where I'm from, Washington D.C. area. But when I speak on it, all I hear is white people shoot too. White people shoot too. All right, white people shoot too. Okay, but I see a lot of young African Americans getting killed. I don't go out to big crowds anymore. Not something that is going to be for somebody that's under 40 years old. I don't do that. I don't normally go to after parties at clubs no more. It's just not worth it. I mean, people nowadays, they're not fist fighting anymore. They're not even arguing. They just, popping off with the gun real quick. And it's like a macho thing. You can see these rappers in these videos. It's a macho thing to have a gun, pointing at the gun, saying, I'm going to shoot my ops, I'm going to shoot people. So people are very much on edge. Not saying only black people shoot, white people shoot too, I know. But we're at the point now where the gun comes out really before anything else. And it's just not worth it. So to celebrate in big crowds, you got to be really careful, and I think it's not worth it. So you won't really see me out in big crowds, not like that, unless it's a protest or something very, positive, trying to push something. But that kind of celebrations, no, man. Like you said, liquor involved, anything can happen. So it is what it is. I'm not surprised, but I've been in America most of my life, so it didn't surprise me.
I don't know what happened to like fisting it out. I don't know if y'all know what that means. Fisting it out is like punching it out, like fighting. Like using your 2 hands and fighting. I don't know what happened to that. I mean, I don't endorse violence, but come on, pulling out a gun in a crowd like that, you never know like where your bullets can land. So Capone, do you have any comments on it?
I agree with Pierre. Going into a crowd, I mean, the game was on TV. Celebration was in the house. It's safe in the house with some nice cocoa. And whatever else you want to get, you got to go there. What is the point of standing outside knowing that these people react the way they react? When you get a certain age, you just want to live. You just want to enjoy peace. And whatever your peace is definitely not being in crowds. Even when we do comedy shows now, we meet the people, shake hands, take a couple of pictures, and we gone.
Yeah. It's just
I don't know.
it's a shame. It's a shame. But I think we've been so disconnected with social media, meaning, now there's phones, we don't really talk to each other. Our social skills are being lost. So as soon as we confront somebody, it's got to be attack. You know what I'm saying? Even like women, if you see two women fighting nowadays, somebody gonna pull the camera out and want to film the two women fighting. Even men. Back in my days, we stopped the fight. Like, come on, ladies, let's stop this fight. Come on, y'all, we're gonna stop this. But it's not. It's now a social media thing, and we're disconnected. It goes everywhere from machinery, from when you go to the grocery store, you got to check yourself out. When you go to bank, you bank online. We're not meeting, we're not talking, we're not feeling each other anymore. Where I go inside the bank, I ask the teller or at the grocery store, I want to talk to a grocery store person. How you doing, Pam? I looked at her name tag. Hey, Pam, how you doing today? Hey, Pierre, what you working on? We need that still. We're losing that because we're so quick to Instacart. We don't touch people anymore. We have no closeness to people anymore. And so violence is going to break out quickly because we don't have a lot of social skills, at least some of the younger people.
I couldn't agree. Let me chime in here. One of the things I know too, and I just want to kind of get you all's thoughts. I don't know if you've ever noticed, like at some celebrations where some people kind of use guns as like a celebration, right? They'll just kind of like shoot in the air just to celebrate that moment. Do you feel that kind of encourages, or maybe like that's where it stems from, of encouraging like, oh, hey, it's normal to have guns in these celebratory environments. And, should we see that tradition in? Because at this point with guns, it just seems like everything is just, like you all have mentioned, just spiraling out of control. Pierre, I'll start with you. What do you think? Do you think that's where it possibly stems from, or should that end also?
No, first of all, you're a fool for shooting a gun in the air because the bullets got to come back down. So it ain't never been a cool thing to do to fire your weapon up in the air. It's not cool to do, just because someone does it, though. It's never been legal, and it's not right to do. So I don't think that's it. It's just, like I said, social skills. People feel like you can own guns easily now, very easily. You can get a gun, and with that being the situation, guns are going in the hands of young people, or just people, period, who are on edge, who just don't know how to great social skills, that think any disagreement a gun needs to be pulled out in any disagreement. You can't even verbalize it no more. You can't even yell it out no more. We used to yell it out and walk away from each other. Fuck F you, or F you too, or fuck you too, nigga, and we gone. But now it's like, no, sir, because people are afraid. Some of these people who are shooting are bitch ass dudes, or females, whoever, are bitch ass dudes. All that pulling a gun out, shooting somebody, it's not cool. You're not a man about that. Got the bodies and shit. That's a bitch. Hit somebody with your fist, brother. Punch him in the face. Show me what your scrapping ability is. But shooting, and now you the toughest dude in the crowd? Well, whoever thinks you're a tough dude, they bitches too. They're like, oh, he tough. He got 3 bodies. It's ridiculous, man. It's shameful, especially when it's some young African Americans against African Americans. It's shameful.